read, I formed a habit early on of not reading other Alaskan mystery writers. It seemed to me, I was I think more nervous in those days about, you know, charges of stealing ideas and stuff. So I thought, okay, if I don't read any of these people, nobody can point a finger at me and say, you stole my idea. So it just seemed safer all the way around, and I got in the habit. So I've never read Sue Henry, I've never read John Straley, I've never read Stan Jones, I've never read Megan Rust or any of them. I'm sure it's my loss. It's probably, you know, a little overly nervous of me, I am sure. But as for reading right now, I'll tell you some good people that I'm reading right now. If you're looking for, okay, oh shoot, who writes? Craig Johnson writes the Walt Longmeyer series about a Montana sheriff. Really, really good series. Starts with The Cold Dish. I think there's 5 books in the series. I think the 6th one is coming out this year. I really recommend those.
What's the author's name?
Craig Johnson. Craig Johnson. It's the Walt Longmeyer series. There's also a wonderful historical series by Ariana Franklin that starts with Mistress of the Art of Death. Marvelous stuff. You are there. You feel like you're on the Crusades. It's really, really good stuff. I read Reginald Hill every time he has a book come out because I believe that he has elevated crime fiction to the level of art. There isn't really anybody I don't read. Hey, I just read a really good book by, what the heck is his name? I think it's Richard Thompson. It's called Big Wheat. It's a takeoff on Big Oil, and it's set in, I think it's North Dakota, or South Dakota, anyway, one of the Dakotas, it's like right after World War I. And it's about the threshers as they're going from field to field, you know, threshing wheat. Now, this may sound boring to you, but there's a serial killer called Windmill Man that is not boring at all. In fact, he's one of those villains that, you know, every time you turn a page, he gets creepier and a little bit more out of control, and you think, oh my God, what is he going to do next? And our hero is a young farmer who has a very abusive relationship with his father. He pins his father to the kitchen table with a kitchen knife, and he, you know, hauls ass to follow his bliss, and runs into a Lakota Sioux who may or may not be corporeal, who offers him life advice as he's going down the road, and then he winds up with a gang of people that have this steam engine that's hauling what's essentially a train not on tracks across the prairie, fixing tools and building tools and things for farmers. And it's called The Ark. I know it sounds goofy, but I'm telling you, it's really good. That's the book I read lately that I'm most excited about. Big Wheat by Richard Thompson. I really recommend it. You should make them get it here at the library, definitely. Any other questions?